Hi friends, my name is Molly. Today I wanted to talk about how to suck as a creative and why it's important. Disclaimer, all the sucking that I'll be mentioning in this video is not a dirty sucking kind of thing. So let me give you an example of how sucking was a positive thing for me. When I started photography, I was a teenager and I was just having fun with it. And I remember I always gravitated towards being super extra with my edit. Weird, vibrant colors, too much contrast, and very weird Photoshop edits. I had a lot of fun with it. When I just started, there were a few friends who also started photography and friends who just saw it on my social media. I remember them reacting to my photography in kind of like a smirking kind of way, like, what's that? I always knew it wasn't good, but for some reason, as a person who usually used to care about what people think, I didn't care what people were saying about my experiments, and I just went with it. I always had fun. I was awkward with my discoveries, very awkward. I sucked. And now that process of me trying to figure out what I like and being bad at it, but still doing it because it's fun and I feel like it's me, now it turned into kind of my personal style. I really sharpened some of those directions that I clumsily started at. I'm still learning, obviously, but now that I see a bigger picture, I see how those first experiments of mine that were really bad, but I did not care for some reason. This is how my personal style was born. So yeah, maybe from this example you can kind of see what I mean by sucking as a creative, and that's important. The danger of being bad or sucking is to get disencouraged creatively, and sucking is very subjective. You're always your own worst critic. Happens to me all the time. So this is why I wanted to give you a couple of tips on how to suck without killing your creativity. So one of the main points is to have fun while being bad at it. So whatever you're doing, whether it's music or like editing or shooting, if you feel like this is the direction you internally feel is fun and weird and creative, if it's not good, it's fine. That's not the point of it. The point is to have fun and to tune in into your creative chamber. Eventually it is gonna be something that's unique to you and your skill is definitely gonna develop. When you really do have fun with the process, you will definitely not feel discouraged because the process is already very rewarding. Another thing is don't concentrate on the end result, specifically on the end result where you highlight your work, where you show it and think about how people will receive it, because that's where really creativity is dead, where you start to think about how it's going to be compared to other people's work and how your friends or like your creative friends are going to receive it. If you are doing something that's truly you, there is a big chance your art is going to be rejected in terms of like, that's ugly or what the hell is that. So just embrace it. Being bad, maybe showing it, maybe don't show it. It's up to you, but don't concentrate on how people will receive it. So really submerge yourself in the process and experiment, try different things, try different variations, try every little weird thing that comes to your mind. Try just tapping into all the directions that your creativity goes into, and it doesn't matter what is going to turn out of it. It really doesn't matter the end result. Don't think about that. Really, another tip would be being extra. Like, don't put yourself into frames. If it's too much, just let it be too much. It's fine. You really understand where your creativity screams the loudest, and from there you can tone it down, you can apply it more subtly, but you will understand what is your core. For example, I was very loud with colors, like ridiculously loud, and now I understand this is just part of my style. With experience and with practice, I understand where that's the spot where I should just put that crazy me into the process, and it looks great. I definitely went from my work being like very cringy to people are like, wow, that's so weird, I love it. But that's not what matters to me, thankfully, anymore. And right now I'm going through the same process of sucking. I recently got into collaging, and I think collaging work is something that really resonates with me. This is something I haven't discovered yet, and I feel like there's a lot of potential for me to evolve in. Most of my collaging you guys don't see because it looks really bad. I know it, but I'm having so much fun in the process, and I'm just really trying to see what works, what doesn't work. I just know this is the direction I'm going right now and where I'm ready to suck and I'm excited to suck. I hope this video delivered kind of a different perspective on being bad in the creative field. Being bad and going through that cringy state, exposing yourself, that's really how you, truly you, are born. And also don't forget, it's subjective. Just because you think you're bad doesn't mean that you are. You are your own worst critic. Don't concentrate on what people are gonna say. This is practice, this is process, and tap into your creativity without fear, because fear really stops you from doing a lot of cool things. To be honest, partly I'm keeping this video on my YouTube channel to remind myself of that sucking is good, and sometimes I do get upset when I suck and I need something like this. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and follow me on my Instagram where you can see all of my sucking. Thanks for being part of this YouTube channel, and I hope to see you soon. Bye! I thought you can't hear me. It's okay. And why it's important. I like your point. Thank you, thank you. I have like a voice in my head, but for some reason everyone can hear him.